little slippery. All right, guys, winter is coming, but that's okay. We bought a little something to help with that. A little snowy today. A little bit cold for a simple long sleeve shirt, but that's all right because we got a little something in the garage that's going to help with that. Let's see. It's not sticking too horribly yet, but it's getting there. All right. So what we have in the garage that's going to help us today. Put my spare GoPro batteries down. We have a Mr. Heater 70,000 BTU quiet burner technology heater, and that's going to save me this year. So a few of you guys have mentioned that I want to chicken out and I'm not going to be able to continue working out here once winter sets. It is 29 degrees outside, and it is, well, I came out here an hour ago and fired this up. Now let's see what it is. So in an hour, it's heated this uninsulated garage, completely, ooh, it's warm, to 59 degrees. And it was 29 when I came out here this morning. So I think we're gonna be just fine, guys. What we're doing today is on the Titan. So we ended up with a little mishap. Ooh, that's dark. Let me get you guys a light before we get this started here. And I need a battery. Let me go to my battery store. Let's make sure this has a battery. 3 bars. Remember in the day when cell phone 3 bars was good? Oh, there we go. Point that down. Boing. There we go. All right. So actually, let me fire this up and let you guys listen to it. I did a little short on the sound a while ago, and well, I'll just show it to you here too. Let me fire this up because it's actually gotten a little worse. Reaching awkwardly. Fired up. Okay, gotta be a pulley. Yes, I do have a CO2 monitor. Haha, in case you were wondering. So anyway, that's the problem. So I think it's the tensioner. I haven't fully blown diagnosed it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the tensioner. We're gonna replace it and find out. So I went to my local store because I happened to be at the store when I discovered the issue. We bought a tensioner. Hoping you guys can see all this. The problem with the GoPro without a camera on the front or a screen, I have no idea what you guys can see usually. At one time, I bought a belt as well. I don't really remember when or why, but I bought a belt. I remember specifically buying a belt for this truck, and we never put it on. So if I can find that belt, we're gonna put it on today as well. So, but right now, the main goal is the tensioner. This would be easier on the lift, but Mr. Dead on Arrival not running is on the lift, so that's going to be where it's at. It's snowing outside, so I'm not doing this outside, so squished it inside and we should be good. I don't know how much you're going to see because it's kind of cramped spaces down there. Maybe it will take, probably not actually, this was a pain in the butt to take off. So we're going to just see what we can do, squish in there and get this done. So hopefully you guys can see, and if you can't, sorry. All right, the only real tool I'm using for this job is an extendable 3/8 inch socket, ratchet, whatever you want to call this, with a 14mm socket. I'm using a 12 point because I can't find my 6 point. Typically I prefer a 6 point because it gives you a much stronger purchase, and you don't risk stripping the bolt as much. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho, let's just get you guys put in a position where you can see. That's gonna be the hard part, I think. So Well, maybe. Can you see that? You might be able to see. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to, I'm assuming based on the way this is, we want to go counterclockwise. And it looks like I'm gonna have the most room over here. So we're gonna go put this on our tensioner. I'm just making all this up as I go. Okay, and then we're gonna push this down, and I think the easiest way to do this is just pull it right off of the tensioner and then leave everything else where it's at for now. So I'm gonna push this down. And there's barely enough room, but it is enough room. Sort of. Ugh. Might not be able to get my ratchet back. Ratchet back off, but whatever. Uh-oh. There it goes. Come on back off, sucker. Well, maybe we'll leave our socket in place and just, there it goes. So left our socket on the thing because we overextended ourselves a little bit, but the belt's off and that's what matters. Okay, we're gonna let that go droopy. I lied on how many tools we're using. Looks like I also need, kind of forgot I was taking this tensioner off. Looks like that's a 10 millimeter, so let me go grab one of those. You guys see what the heck I'm even talking about here? Oh, maybe you can't. Or I move you everywhere. So you see right here underneath your upper radiator hose, you've got, yeah, you can see. I'll just try and zoom in on the computer later. Yeah, move you guys down like that. So you got this 10 millimeter, and then one kind of at 3 o'clock. So you got one at 12 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock, and then I'm guessing there's one at 6 o'clock, based off of what the new one looks like. So I don't know how you're gonna get in there, but do what you can. Looks like I lied about the 10 millimeter too. It's probably a 12. Wow, I'm full of lies. Let me get a 12. All right. So the air is warm with that heater, but my tools being in the toolbox are all fairly chilly. Kind of a funny kind of a funny sensation. All right, so 12 o'clock is busted loose. Let's go to 3 o'clock. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm really hoping this is the actual problem. Okay, that one's busted loose. Now let's see if I can feel for the one that I'm guessing is at 6 o'clock. All right, so that was way easier to access from underneath. You can see it, it's easy to get to. It's right there. Now we're gonna get these two. Okay, there's the 3 o'clock one. I'm not yet convinced this is my problem. I'm just assuming it's my problem. So there's 12 o'clock. And here's the tensioner. Okay, you can hear that, hopefully. It's got a little bearing noise. The new one goes back in. Actually, you guys want to hear this one first to compare? I don't know how much you can hear with the heater in the background, but zero bearing noise. Okay, so let's put this board back in. All right, she's in. Now I want to see if I can find the serpentine belt I bought for this thing. We'll go ahead and change that out at the same time. But before I do that, because like I said, I'm just guessing that was my problem, I want to go ahead and spin all the pulleys in there. Just free spin them as much as I can, just to make sure there's no other bearing noise on any of those, because if there is, now would be the time to change them. Let me just pull this belt out actually, and just get rid of it. Okay. Oh, got hung up on the fan shroud down there. It's okay though. Yeah. Slip it through here. So at this point, even if I can't find my other belt that I bought, I want to go to the store and buy one because, well, now it's off, so. Oh. Okay, and there she is. Let's see if I can find the new one. It might actually be right here. Oh, look at that, I think it did. I even marked it. Oh, nice, I'm smart. All right, so when it's cold outside, like this morning was 29 degrees here in the shop, and these belts come wrapped in this. It's gonna be kind of hard to get it on. Whew, that's hot in my face. what you can do is you can set this out in the sun if it's summertime for a couple hours and get it all loosened up, and they'll just make it easier to form, because right now it's going to want to, you know, be kinky on you. And you might be the kind of guy that likes kinky. I don't know. And if you do, go ahead and install it cold. I'm going to install it cold. I'm not saying I'm a kinky guy. I'm saying I got to do what I got to do. So, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get what you want. And I want this on there, so that's what we're doing. I'm going to spin some pulleys first and make sure there's no noise. So let's put this belt on. There's not really a good way to show you how to do this one-handed by myself, so I don't think you guys saw that. But we ended up going from underneath. I was able to pull it enough to get it over the tensioner, all from underneath. Everything's lined up except right here, so a lot of breath. That's kind of hard, not gonna lie. So now we just gotta pull enough tension off in order to get the final rib over this pulley over here. So for whatever reason, it wants to play difficult. Okay, with a little tension. Ugh. There she goes. Before we start this up, a lot of power steering fluid down there, it's lovely. Before we start this up, just go through and check. Make sure you've got good purchase on every pulley, that your ribs are all lined up on every pulley. Do not start this if you're not mostly lined up. The flat pulleys, if it's somewhat crooked, that'll fix itself a little bit, as long as the belt's all the way on there. But anything with the ribs, you need to make sure it's perfect. All right, we're all good. I'm gonna go clean up my hands, and then we're gonna fire this up and make sure it works. All right, so now that I'm cleaned up, belt is on, I'm gonna go start this, and we're gonna see if there's any more rattle, rattle, crackety, crackety, squealing, grinding noises. All right. No more grindy grindy, no more clicky clicky, no more squealy squealy. Alright, so some other stuff we got going on today is with this brown Jeep. So this is the one, this is the WJ with the 4-inch lift kit on it. I pulled it in a couple hours ago, get the snow all melted off. There wasn't much, as you can see, there's only minor puddles. Still enough to lay in, of course, because that's what I just did. Anyway, what we have going on with this Jeep is it's been having trouble starting, so I'm replacing the starter. Why not, right? So I just removed the old one. There's not much you guys can see, so I didn't really film it. This is the new one going in. Yes, it is brand new. It is not a remanufactured. I don't like remanufactured, so I'm trying to go with brand spanking new. The old one was the original Chrysler. Or I don't know if it was original, but it's the Chrysler, so somebody either spent a lot of money on the replacement or it's made it this far. There's no date stamp on there to tell. Either way, it's at 180,000 miles. That's put in a lot of good starts, and I think she's just ready for a replacement. So it's not that she won't start every time, it's just when she gets hot. So if I'm running around town and hitting AutoZone, then O'Reilly's, then CarQuest, and then, you know, whatever, about the third time of those quick start stops, she won't want to start, and I have to wait, let her cool off, and try again. So hopefully the new one solves that, yeah, that's going to go back in. Oh yeah, it's coming down still. It's all right, we still got her here. All right, so starter is in. For those of you wondering, is that bright shiny thing right there? All it is two 15mm bolts to get it out, a 13mm retaining for the positive cable, and then a little tiny ignition, whatchamacallit clamp. So very easy to do, not hard. Hardest part is fishing it out after it's unbolted. That wasn't that horrible. This feels really awkward with this cable on my head, but that's where I laid, so that's where I'm at. All right, so now we're just gonna fish our light out of here. Boop. I'm gonna put that over here somewhere. Get this out of the way. I'm gonna put our negative terminal back in. One of these days, I'm going to buy some replacement terminals here. I'm about to do that on the blue Jeep right now, actually, and I'll see how that goes. If it goes good, then I'll be getting them some for this Jeep. I don't know what size cables these are or anything, so I'm kind of guesstimating on some stuff. Might as well guesstimate on the Jeep that's not running. There we are. Alright, so next thing on the agenda today is this bad boy right here. So this is not going to go in the blue Jeep, it's going in the brown Jeep. This just happens to be a nice table. Oh, I cannot work one-handed. Ah, there we go. Yes, I will link all this stuff in the description below. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put in a filter slash regulator in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the 04 4.7 liter. Is the old one bad? Probably, only because of mileage and years. So it looks like it's been there for a very long time. Here, I'll show you. So it's way up here, right in front of your tank. And it's this bad boy right here. That looks like it's been there for a couple days. This Jeep has 180,000 miles on it pretty much. And, you know, sometimes it's just time to get rid of the old stuff and put new stuff in. Sometimes it's worth it just as a maintenance item. I don't like to wait for something to get clogged and tell me to replace it. I'd rather just, you know, replace the stupid thing right now and be done with it so I don't have to worry about it later. So that's what we're doing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I'll put the camera up. You may or may not be able to see. We might edit almost all this out because I don't know what you're gonna be able to see because I don't even know what I can see. So yeah, anyway, moral of the story, this one's going in and that one's coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You guys are more than welcome to hang out. All right, guys. I had no idea how loud and obnoxious the heater was gonna come across the microphone when I filmed that video. So it's been a couple days and I'm editing it right now. It's a Saturday morning. Sun's not even thinking about coming up yet. Yeah, this whole video, just that obnoxious. So I apologize about that. You know, when I bought this thing, I bought what I could tell was the quietest torpedo heater on the market, which maybe it is. And it's just, you know, the quietest one is still super loud, I guess. So I don't know. Anywho, we got the Jeep running. We got the starter in it. We've got the fuel filter in it. We got the Titan. That's rolling. And yeah. Sometimes you just got some projects to do and you just kind of tackle them. So that's where we're at. Remember, guys, if you want to see more videos, make sure you let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, check out my playlist, share my videos, check out the Amazon links down below. There's Zelle and PayPal links as well. So thanks for watching. Also, if you haven't seen any videos on this blue Jeep yet, stay tuned. There's a lot of videos coming. I mean, we do this whole situation. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for viewing, thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you next time.